Hello everybody, welcome back to another Bitcoin update. In this video we have a lot to discuss. I want to look at the macro time frame again, and then I want to jump into the daily and the 4-hour time frame here again, because we have some very important levels right now happening on Bitcoin. So I thought let's start by looking at the previous bull market and then trying to predict where the top is going to be for this bull market. Before I get into the video, I did a video here together with Camel Finance. You can check it out here. I'll put the link down below in the description. Please, everybody, make sure to subscribe to Camel Finance. He's one of the few channels I'm watching. He's one of the favorite crypto channels and stock market channels you can find here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to Camel Finance, I don't know what you're doing. This is the best channel. Make sure to just subscribe to him. He's a great person as well. Beyond just technical analysis, he has some really good information. So everybody head over to his channel and hit that subscribe button. So other than that, I thought let's get into the video, since after yesterday when we did the video together with Camel, I wanted to clear up some things. So the idea has been here on the weekly chart. I'm not looking at the previous bull market where we predicted the top here, and we're using always the same PitchFork. So if you right click the PitchFork, there are three different ones. There's the original, the shift one. In this case, we'll be using the modified shift. So the whole idea of where we're gonna find this bull market top. So 2025, most likely we're gonna top out on Bitcoin. So the whole idea has been based on the previous bull market. So the previous bull market, I've been using the CFD chart, and this the lowest you can find here, the price history on the CFD chart. The CFD chart is a type of contract, so they are closed on weekends, so the price action is slightly different. And on the CFD chart, once Bitcoin hit this median line, we basically entered a bear market, or that was the top. But as I said also in yesterday's video, that was not the exact top here. We did have one more top hit here, but more or less these median lines do predict tops or where you can start selling your Bitcoin. If you zoom in here on the daily, you can see the preciseness of this PitchFork. This is not something I cherry picked. This is something that we did predict previous bull market, and the similar is on Ethereum. So the rules are you pull the PitchFork from the bear market lows to the bull market highs and to the bear market lows. Very simple. And you look to sell at the median line. So this is not something I've cherry picked. The exact same thing is on the Ethereum chart. From the previous bear market lows to the bull market highs and to the previous bear market lows. But in this case, we're using the shift one, since if you use the modified shift, the target is just unrealistic. So I've been using with the shift one. Of course, this pattern is not as accurate on Ethereum, which I'll cover also later in this video, but we can see the correlation between Ethereum and Bitcoin here gave you the exact sales signal. So this has been that I've been trading this pattern here. Then after I discovered this pattern, I've been looking even further back. So I've been looking even to 2017. This is not something I predicted. This is just something I drawn on afterwards. But I've been using the exact same rules. This is not cherry picking or anything like that. So from 2017, if you look previously, I use the exact same rules from the bear market lows to the bull market highs to the recent bear market lows. And I've been using the modified shift here, but this is not the CFD chart. I believe CFD contracts perhaps didn't even exist back then for Bitcoin. So this is the normal Bitcoin chart. So in this case, we can see once again, the exact same PitchFork predicted the bull market top when Bitcoin first hit 20,000 before it entered a massive bear market in 2017. So far, these two charts are not cherry picked. This is exactly by the rules that I've been following, both here 2021, 2017, and right now this year 2025 as well. The exact same rules we have been following, and we have hit the median line. So according to this PitchFork, here's high selling pressure. But as I've said, I don't believe this is going to be the top. I do believe we'll have one more push here. Most likely we're going to reach 100k, probably touch the median line twice. But overall, this median is going to predict the top before we enter some kind of pullback or bear market. So the rules are exactly the same. The only thing I did kind of cherry picked, which I am admitting, is if we look back here, the bull market that we had back here in 2012, 2013. So this is the one I added, which some people criticize me for, and I agree. This is just completely cherry picked. I've pulled from the lows here to the highs and to the recent lows here that we had, bear market lows. So let me see here. So yeah, let me add the modified shift here. So this is the one I cherry picked. So this is the bull market we had first in 2011. So I didn't really like any of the price data here before. It looks quite not very accurate. And also this PitchFork would absolutely not predict any top here. So the only thing I did, I pulled the PitchFork after Bitcoin hit $1. So when Bitcoin hit $1, here is the most accurate price data. And then Bitcoin had some kind of small pullback here, which I used this low here to pull to the bull market high and then to the bear market low. So we can see in this case, this PitchFork has been predicting both the tops here. So we had one top here, pullback, and then we had a second top here, and that's what I'm expecting this year to happen as well on Bitcoin here, that we have one top here in 2025, then we're gonna have one more push here, hit again before we enter some kind of bear market. So this is the only one I've cherry picked here in 2013 when we had this double top here. So this one I agree, but all the other PitchForks are completely by the rules. And if you can even disregard all of them, you can only look at the 2021 because that one has been predicting the CFD chart, exactly what I'm looking now here, 2025. So that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking for one more push to this middle line. A lot of people say this target is very, very low because it's sitting at around 100,000, 95,000, depending when we reach it. But I think it's also good to pay attention to, nobody can predict the market, and I'm not giving you multiple targets. I like to be very accurate on this channel. So I want to give you a specific price action where Bitcoin is going to absolutely top. So I'm looking at this target here, 95,000, and then this is breaking the rules using the C19 lows here, which is sitting at around 140,000, which personally I don't think we're gonna get there, but I'll keep updating you daily on this YouTube channel until we top. So you are very welcome to subscribe, watch my videos here, and you can see if I'm right or wrong. I'm confident so far in my analysis, and I'll try to keep everybody that's following me on the right side of the market. So far we have been on the right side, so let's see. One thing is for sure, or in my opinion for sure, this is going to be very heavy resistance at around 95,000 or this median line here. Just as in the past we predicted this little top here, ever since then Bitcoin has been going sideways. So just want to clear that out for you. On the Ethereum chart, nothing really too much to say about Ethereum. This has been my PitchFork. So the previous top here, the median line predicted it. So if you use the same rules to predict this bull market high on Ethereum, so this would give us a target here. Again, we're using the shift PitchFork on Ethereum. This would give a target for Ethereum at around 7,000 this median. Something that I later on I have kind of had mixed opinion about, because we were very close here to the midline, and after that Ethereum has gone down a lot. So for Ethereum to come up to this target, it would need another 140%, which looks very difficult in my opinion. But so far, if we're following the rules for Ethereum, this should be the bull market top. But as I said, I think Bitcoin is going to dictate everything. So if Ethereum is still down below here, let's say Bitcoin hits our target and Ethereum is only at 3K, Ethereum could roll over. So we have to pay attention to this. I'm not saying Ethereum is going to go there. I'm not calling for this. I'm a bit skeptic for Ethereum overall, but if we just look at the PitchFork, this would give us the target here for Ethereum. So just want to clear that out. So we're going to take one target at a time. So if we now come here on the daily time frame, if we zoom in here on Bitcoin, so our target still remains the same. So on the daily time frame, we've had this very nice PitchFork from the first wave to the third wave and down to the fourth wave. So this has been our target for some time. Again, we have been using the shift one here. If we go back on the normal scale, where we predicted the top here, we said these midlines provide heavy resistance. After that, we switched to the modified shift. So our target is very, very close now at around 69, 70,000, which I do believe in a very short term we're gonna hit. So I'm expecting here to be heavy resistance. Once we reach this target here, probably gonna have a pullback, and then we can switch to the original, which is gonna most likely take us to all-time highs, which is sitting above 70K. So these are my two shorter term targets for Bitcoin. If we go even shorter term, if we zoom in here on the 4 hour, so if we remove this PitchFork for now, we had this PitchFork, or actually let's go on the daily again. Here on the daily, as we covered yesterday, from the lows to the highs to the recent lows here. So I've been looking at here on the logarithmic scale. On the normal scale, the price has been just hugging this median line, acting as resistance. If we go on the log scale, you see it a bit more clearly. You can see this daily wicks here above. And as I said yesterday, if we close below here on the daily, most likely Bitcoin is going to pull back, and that's what we're seeing it today. So we closed below here. Bitcoin was holding very, very strong here yesterday, but then just before the daily close, we came down below and we got a red daily candle today, just as you could have expected. And as we posted, I posted in my Telegram and Discord, so make sure to join those if you want daily and hourly chart updates. So if we zoom in here now on the 4 hour, I'm just looking for price to continue to consolidate here. I'll look to add on any pullbacks. So as I mentioned in the past, we had these very nice pullbacks here to the Fibonacci. So we had from the lows here to the highs. We can see we longed this at the 0.31. If we pull again to the recent highs here, again we we called this one actually in long here. So I would only expect right now, if you pull to this size, if Bitcoin decides to come down here to around 65,200, this is the next area I will look to add to my longs. I don't know if we're gonna go there, but I would like to see Bitcoin coming down there before we have one final push to 69,000, or not final push, but before we have the next push to 69,000. But something, as I said, Bitcoin cannot always correct to the 0.31. At some point you're gonna have a deeper correction, consolidation before higher. So we already have two bounces from the 0.31. I'm a bit skeptic if we're gonna get a third one. So if Bitcoin come down here, I would not go in heavy here, because it's very likely we're gonna actually break this fib, since it has been respected in the past. So sooner or later market likes to break it, so be cautious here so far. That's what I'm looking at right now. If we make another high, I will look for 69,000 at resistance, and then I will look for another pullback. So if we add back to the PitchFork here that we had, so if we come here on normal scale, so let me add the modify shift. So if we don't get a pullback here, just stay patient here, wait for one more push here, then we're probably gonna have a bigger correction. Something that I've said in the past, you can see on the daily, we're still inside this massive sideways movement here, so no need to FOMO here. And as I said, this target doesn't have to get reached now. We could even pull back here very far and then go up to this median line. This is a possibility. Nobody can see the future, guys. This is a very clear possibility. So not so much has changed right now. I'm just sitting patient now. I'm still long here from 59k, looking to add if we get any pullback to the 0.31. Lastly, before I end the video, I want still to cover the Bitcoin dominance. So the Bitcoin dominance here is heading higher. So you have to be careful with altcoins. Something I've been saying, I don't really love altcoins this bull market. I do believe there's something to be cautious about. So this has been our target here. And as I said, we did predict the nice bounce here on altcoins from this median line, but unfortunately we have broken resistance. I was hoping, as you guys know, to roll over to 55%. This would have been very bullish for altcoins. So far it looks like we're gonna get a weekly close above this median line, so this whole PitchFork is invalidated in my opinion. So the only next target I'm seeing here, it's around 61% Bitcoin dominance, which means most of the money is gonna flow into Bitcoin and out of altcoins. So right now, be very careful if you're longing altcoins. I think meme coins are the, if you want to long altcoins, I would go with meme coins. They seem to be having out of strength, but overall be careful here, because it looks like most of the money is going into Bitcoin. So not so much has changed here, guys. Still have the same outlook. I thanks so much for watching. I hope we get some more price action tomorrow to develop, and I will update you more. Otherwise, make sure to head over to Camel Finance channel, subscribe to him, show him some love, and I will see you again, guys, tomorrow.